There is a letter that lands on British doormats every year, and it is quietly one of the most expensive letters in the country. It looks harmless. It says something like, "Good news, you don't need to do anything. Your car insurance will renew automatically." And that phrase, "you don't need to do anything," is precisely how millions of drivers end up paying hundreds of pounds more than they should for exactly the same cover. Today, I am going to show you the renewal trap from the inside and, more importantly, the exact week, almost the exact day, when shopping around gets you the same policy for a fraction of the price. This is not a vague shop around lecture. There is a specific number of days, backed by more than 1 million real quotes, and by the end of this video, it will be in your calendar. I will tell you how I learned it because it still slightly stings. I remember opening my renewal email a few years back, at the end of a long shift, seeing the new price had jumped by nearly £200 and thinking, honestly, I can't be bothered with the forms. I paid it, clicked accept, closed the laptop, felt vaguely responsible for having insurance at all. The following year, a mate with the same car, same age, same postcode area told me what he was paying, and it was less than half my figure. Same road, same insurer group, it turned out. The difference was that he shopped 3 weeks early every year without fail, and I paid the being tired tax. If you have ever clicked accept renewal just to make the email go away, subscribe. I make UK finance simple every day, one number at a time. Right, let's dismantle the trap properly because it has 2 layers. Layer 1 is auto-renewal itself. Insurers are allowed to renew you automatically as long as they tell you first, and in fairness, it exists for a decent reason. It stops you accidentally driving uninsured, which is illegal and genuinely serious. But the same mechanism that protects you also sedates you. The renewal notice often only arrives about 2 weeks before the date. It shows a price, and it frames doing nothing as the sensible default. Layer 2 is the pricing. Since 2022, the regulator has banned the worst version of this game, so your insurer can no longer quote you a higher renewal price than they would offer a brand new customer for the same policy. That was real progress. But here is what the rule does not do. It does not make your insurer match what a different insurer would charge you. Your renewal can be completely fair under the rules and still be hundreds more than the best price on the open market, because every insurer's model rates your risk differently. The rule fixed the insult. It did not fix the cost of staying put. So what does this actually mean for you? It means the single most valuable thing you can know is not a haggling script or a comparison site. It is a date. The research on this is remarkably specific. Analysis of over 1 million real quotes found the cheapest time to buy car insurance is 21 to 26 days before your renewal date, with 25 days out the single cheapest day of all. And the gap is not small. In that data, the average policy bought on renewal day itself cost £723 a year. The identical shopping trip done 25 days earlier averaged £377. That is £346 of saving for the same cover, earned entirely by moving a task 3.5 weeks earlier in the month. Leave it later and the price climbs steadily as the deadline approaches. Go much earlier than 4 weeks, and oddly, prices creep up again too. There is a golden window, and it is narrow. Why on earth would timing matter that much? Because insurers price people, not just cars, and the data tells them something blunt. Drivers who sought their insurance 3 weeks early are statistically planners. This is not a comparison site quirk or a loophole that will be patched next Tuesday. It is baked into how the risk models read you. They compare quotes, they renew on time, and they claim less. Drivers who buy on the day or let the auto-renewal fire are statistically less organised and slightly costlier to insure, so the algorithms charge them accordingly. It stacks up to a strange conclusion. The price you pay is partly a personality test. Being organised is literally discounted. Now for the practical playbook, and it is genuinely short. Step 1. Tonight, find your renewal date, open your phone calendar, and set a reminder for 26 days before it, titled Insurance Golden Window. Do it now because here is the sting in the tail. Many insurers only send the renewal notice about 2 weeks out, which means by the time they tell you, the cheapest window has already closed. The system's own paperwork arrives after the best prices have gone. Step 2. When the reminder fires, run 2 or 3 comparison sites plus 1 direct insurer using identical details everywhere, same excess, same mileage, same extras, because a cheaper quote with a £1,000 excess is not a saving. It is a different product wearing the same label. Step 3. Take your best quote and call your current insurer, read them the number, and let them decide whether to keep you. The call takes 5 minutes, the awkwardness is temporary, and for most people, it is comfortably the best hourly rate they will earn all year. Sometimes they match it and you save without switching. Sometimes they don't and you switch. Either way, you win the only game being played. And for context, while you compare, the average comprehensive premium in Britain is currently around £580 a year, down from the brutal peaks of 2023 and 2024. If your renewal is drifting far above that and nothing about your circumstances is unusual, treat it as a flashing light, not a fact of life. Here is the honest bit, because this channel does not sell fairy tales. The £346 figure is an average across a million quotes, not a promise to you personally, and some years, especially after a claim or points, your renewal genuinely will be the best deal available. The golden window is a strategy, not a magic trick, and do not cancel anything until the new policy is confirmed in writing, because a gap of even 1 day between policies means driving uninsured, and no saving on this earth is worth that. Cheapest is also not always right. Check the excess, check breakdown and courtesy car cover, and make sure you are comparing like for like before you celebrate. But with all of that said, the core of this video is 1 sentence long. The renewal system is built on the assumption that you are too busy to look, and it prices that assumption into your premium, a proper chunk of money every single year, collected from millions of people whose only mistake was clicking accept at the end of a long day. I know, because I was one of them, and my £200 being tired tax still annoys me years later. One more thing worth knowing while you're in there: the same golden window logic applies whether you are renewing or buying cover for the very first time, and it applies to van insurance too. The clock, not the conversation, is doing most of the work. The calendar reminder takes 30 seconds. Set it tonight, 26 days before renewal, and let this be the last year the letter on the doormat decides what you pay. If you learned something from this video, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one.